we have something called company tax, which I'm already now entering inside there. Company tax will enter there first. Yeah. Okay. So today we're covering company tax. Then we have something called RPGT, most important topic, another question. Employment we covered. Then we have small topic, withholding and sales tax, sales and service tax. Okay, small topics. Company tax, RPGT. So I think next week I must do RPGT. All right, we'll do whatever we can first. So I introduce the company first. Okay, yeah, right. Let's start. Now, bank interest, as I told you, bank interest. If the bank is operating in Malaysia, individual exempt, company taxed. If the bank is operating overseas, individual, company, both are exempt. So it doesn't matter Hong Kong bank or whatever bank. Where is it operating? Operating in Malaysia, individual exempt, company tax. Operating from overseas, if you receive interest, individual and company exempt, no tax. But if you receive interest, the taxable got some condition. Don't worry on that until I clear. Until that, zero. Expenses. Malaysian patent. Listening? Malaysian patent registered overseas to export Malaysian product. Double deduction. That means if you pay 1 ringgit, I give you 2 ringgit deduction. Now remember, patent is capital expenditure. Biasa cannot. Capital expenditure you cannot deduct. Cannot deduct. If they allow, that means section 34. 34 special. 33 is revenue deduction. 34 is special deduction. Capital you cannot deduct. But if you register your patent overseas to export, they allow. They give you double. 1 ringgit, they give you 2 ringgit. But if you register locally, also for export, they give you double deduction. Also special. You register only to sell within Malaysia. Then they say capital, cannot. They don't allow. So patent registered in Malaysia to sell in Malaysia cannot. Proton, Malaysian brand. You register in Malaysia to sell in Malaysia. The cost of registering the patent cannot deduct. But if you register in Malaysia for export or you register in overseas for export to sell there, then no issue. Double deduction. Next, look at EPF. EPF paid by company. Company means employer. We allowed 19%. I taught you this last time before, correct? 19. Based on salary and bonus. Forex. Have I taught you Forex? No. Forex, if it is non-current asset, any kind, whether whether realized or unrealized, disallowed. The word R here means realized. Realized or unrealized. Realized means settled. Another name, settled. So whether settled or realized, UR is unrealized. So if you talking about non-current asset, Forex means foreign exchange. Foreign exchange, profit or loss. Foreign exchange, profit or loss. If it is non-current asset, we don't allow at all. Disallow. Profit you add, I minus. Loss you minus, I add. Non-current asset. If it is current asset, current liability, that means created for sale of inventory or purchase of inventory. If you buy or sell, you will have trade payable or trade receivable, correct? Trade payable, trade receivable, which is part of the working capital. If it is realized, allow. If it is unrealized, cannot. Non-current asset, everything is not allowed. Realized, unrealized, totally disallowed. But if it is working capital item, trade payable, trade receivable, only allow, we accept. If it is unrealized, we don't accept. We don't accept means we cannot accept the, allow the figure. So I give you one example, maybe. So let's say this is income statement. This is a forex. Let's say you have non-current asset, loss. And then you have forex, non-current asset, profit. Okay, profit. Then you have trade payable, forex. Forex, trade payable, loss. Forex, trade receivable, gain. So what do you do? This one cannot. You minus, I'll add back. This one, non-current asset, profit cannot. You add, I'll minus. You add, I minus the profit. Now, if it is trade payable or trade receivable, non-current asset totally cannot. No need to check whether realized or unrealized. If trade payable, realized, okay. Let's say I put that trade payable realized. Realized means settled. Settled means this figure is okay, nothing to do. If let's say trade receivable, realized, nothing to do. If I put the unrealized, cannot. Realized, nothing to do. If I put the unrealized, cannot. You add, I'll minus. I do the opposite. So you just remember this. Forex, non-current asset, all cannot. Anything, no need to check. If it is working capital item, trade payable or trade receivable, realized, unrealized, cannot. Realized, allow. Allow means don't do anything. Record is correct. If you record it, don't do anything. Right? Okay? Done. Allow means whatever is in the income statement, we accept it. Go to art and culture. Art and culture, if your company sponsors local art, 700 allow. Foreign art, we allow 300. But maximum is 1 million. But sometimes the examiner can trick you by saying, if any unused foreign culture limit available can be transferred to local art and culture. So let's say this is 1 million. I only use 200 here. That means I can go for 800 because total will be 1 million. If I didn't use anything here, I can go here 1 million. But maximum for this column is 300. If you use 300, then I can only go for 700. If you use here 300, then I can only go for here as 700. So this is the max. If you use 300, I can go for 700. Total must be 1 million. Suppose I use nothing, then I can go for 1 million. The unused figure I can transfer here. All right. If you didn't use here, I cannot transfer that. This way cannot. Okay. Remember, total is this, maximum is this. If you don't use here, I can transfer that. Cannot transfer. You give me example how to transfer. Let's say you use here only 500. You use here 400. Total you spend 900, correct? Here maximum 300. Correct? That's all I can use. Here, okay. So your answer will be 800. Because this column cannot go beyond 300. All right? Okay. Again, spending money for cultural event is not business expense, but Section 34 allows it. Forex is Section 33 deduction. 33 means business. That means we allow if it is wholly, exclusively incurred wholly exclusively means for business. Forex, non-current asset, whether profit, whether loss, all realized, unrealized, not allowed. If you are selling stock, selling or buying, you will have trade payable, trade receivable. Realized, okay. Unrealized, cannot. Right? So this will be explaining to you better.